Good morning. Oh my God. Okay. Y'all can see my hair. Look, let me move that because people get distracted. Hold on. I don't want nobody coming to this video talking about what's that over there and all this big focus on the words. Okay, look. If y'all watch, I know it's what 9:30 on a Monday morning. People probably at work or getting ready for work or whatever. But once you come across this video, share this video because there are things that happen that do not need to be happening at this point in time. It is old, it is played out, and I'm really sick of seeing it. And I'm not judging or pointing any fingers because I've been there, I have done that. But now that I have seen the light, it is clear as day, it is simple, and I'm clear on what's what, okay? So share this video. Share it with all your friends, even if you think if you know they need to hear it, even if you think they don't, they'll watch it, okay? They'll watch it and they'll be stung by it. This is tough love time, okay? So, good morning, Jasmine. Good morning. All right, if I get a little angry, I'm gonna try to be calm. If I get a little angry, I just get a little angry. Okay. Good morning, Cordell. So I'm watching. Well, somebody posted a video, or actually an article, about, hold on, let me get the name. Apparently this is a girl, apparently this was a thing, I don't know when. I don't follow this stuff. Maybe I should, so I can comment on it, and perhaps it'll help somebody. Hold on. Hurt Bae, does that mean anything to y'all? Hold on, here we go. Courtney George and Leonard Long. I don't know if y'all heard about this couple. Apparently they lived in New York City. And they were a couple, and he cheated on her. And I'm looking at this, and it's a YouTube clip or video from, it has the scene in the corner. So I'm assuming this is some kind of show, some kind of reality show or something of that nature. And she's confronting him about infidelity. I guess they've broken up at this point in the video. And she's confronting him about his infidelity during the relationship. Now, y'all know about this? Highlight me so I can get all the facts straight, because I don't like commenting on stuff and I don't have all the facts. But I'm going by what I'm looking at in this video, and it's clear to me what's going on. Okay, so the girl, what's her name, Courtney? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This is like I'm reacting, giving my honest reaction to this. Courtney and Leonard. Okay, Courtney is asking him what did he do as far as cheating, I suppose. And he said, I did everything. And I'm going to listen to this in my earbuds because I don't want this video taken down for copyright and all that stuff. I'm sure this is fair use because I'm commenting on it. Because I see people do that all the time. They comment on videos. But I want to be damn sure because this is important. If women can get this, we'll be okay. Okay? Life will be better. Everything will be smoother if women can get this. And that's who has to get it. Women. Okay? Alright, so she asked him, what did you do? He said, I did everything. Hold on, listen to it. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get taken down. Okay, so she says, what did you do? He said, I did everything. All the cheating in the world. Now he's saying that they met in school. And he's saying that she really didn't like him at first. And then a couple of years later, they moved into the same complex. This is him talking to her. They're going over their little relationship. And apparently he did this wonderful act of offering to carry her groceries up. And I guess she was smitten. And they hung out every day. He says, I would say you were my best friend. And she's teary-eyed. And then the next one, let's stop here. Now she's saying, I would go through his phone. Now, anytime a woman starts going through a man's phone, she already knows something is going on. That, at this point now where I'm at in my life, if I feel like I need to go through your phone, I won't. Why? Because now my intuition has already told me something has awry. There's all kind of different relationships. some people in polygamous relationships, some people in open relationships. There's all kinds of things. This is my only requirement, honesty. I don't care what you do. Sorry. I don't care what you do. Honesty is what I require. And when you're in a relationship, you make the rules, ladies. You make the rules. You say, this is what I am and what I say. Men make their rules too. They make their things known. Now, men are a little different. Men are more action-based. Women are more feeling-based. Men just do certain things. They just act certain ways. They just have certain actions and certain behaviors. Women have to start looking at these behaviors and just going with it. And if your feelings, if you don't want to listen to your feelings, that's what you should listen to. Like I said, if you're looking at a man's phone, because this is what she's saying in the video, I started looking through his phone. Well, why did you look through his phone in the first place? Because you felt like something was going on. You had no physical proof. You didn't see anything. You didn't see him in the act of anything, but you had a feeling. That's your first clue right there. Ladies, when are we going to start listening to our feelings, our gut? Go with your intuition. That your intuition is a gift. A gift that will stop talking to you if you don't listen. Listen to your intuition at the get-go. Me, where I'm at now, if I get that feeling like, oh, I think you're doing something, my next reaction is not going to be, let me look through your phone. My next reaction is either going to be, one, I'm going to leave. Or two, if somehow this relationship is somehow benefiting me and I feel like I want to stay, then I'm going to have to deal with what's going on. If he is sneaking around and I don't like that, I'm going to have to deal with it from there. But I'm not going to look through your phone. I have a decision. It's either go this way or go this way. Either I'm going to stay with you or I'm going to leave. We're not going to do going through phones. We're not going to do any, I mean, honestly, I say if the relationship is benefiting me, at this point, I want to remove any reason why a relationship would benefit me. And namely, most of the time, women stay in abusive, either mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, because of those reasons. They emotionally need something, and they're trying to get it from someone else, so they stay. They are financially dependent upon someone else, so they stay. They spiritually are being abused and mistreated or led wrong, so they stay. If you, before the fact, say to yourself, I'm going to have my FU money. FU money is important as hell for women. Have enough money at all times before you enter a relationship, especially if you're young. If you're young and you are not in a marriage and you are not already connected to somebody, please have your money, put money aside so that if someone does something that does not feel good to you, that starts to drain your spirit, to make you unhappy, to make you have to feel like, oh, I need to look through your phone, so you can walk away. You are playing yourself by thinking that a person that is out here doing stuff behind your back cares about you. They don't. They don't give a fuck about you. Look, oh my God. Let's go a little further in this. Gosh, I wish I could show this without thinking that the video is going to get taken down. Okay. So now she's saying, I would look through, I saw text messages, I saw pictures, and I would ask you about them, and she says, of girls, pictures of girls, and she would ask him about it. And sometimes he would lie. I wonder how she knew that. See, women, we're not dumb. Ladies, you're not dumb. You know when somebody's lying to you. Either they tell you to their face they're lying, or you can look at the scenario and you're like, this is a lie. So when you start getting into this area, you've gone too far. You need to stop. Stop. Like, seriously, you don't need to continue going down the rabbit hole and trying to be a detective. Love yourself enough to be like, I'm just not going to deal with this. This person has shown you who they are. Men are simple. The ones who want you will show you. You will not have feelings that they're doing anything. You won't have the urge to go look through their phone to verify anything. That will not happen. Period. Is that clear? You don't need to look through someone's phone to confirm with your intuition and your gut and your spirit has already told you. And if you do go that far and you see the evidence, to me, once you do that, you're still lying to yourself. You have to trust yourself enough to know that your feelings about someone are real. They are true. Don't go through the phone, because now you're betraying yourself. Now you're telling yourself, well, my intuition ain't right. It's not in tune. It's not any good. So I got to go out here and look for physical evidence. No, your knowledge, your inner knowing of what they're doing is enough. Nobody on this planet is worth your selling yourself out. Period. Okay, let me listen to the rest of it. It's only like 6 minutes long. And then she said, oh, he said to her, oh, that's not true. You know what you're talking about. Guess what he does? I'm about to tell y'all something real good in a minute here. I'm going to link this video in the comments. You go watch it and you can see what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is what pissed me off right here. She's sitting up here saying one time she went to his room and he had another girl there. And do you know what he said? Let me get the exact words. Do you know what he said to her? She found another girl in his room. She walks in and he told her to leave. Why? You know what? Let me tell you something. I've done that dumb shit. I've done that dumbness. I have walked in, looked at the situation, and still had to have questions, and I had to know why, and I had to, investigate. I'm gonna leave the video in the comments. I'm gonna need y'all to look at this. Oh my God. I'm almost at tears now. I'm so pissed. I'm like, are you serious? He told her to leave. You know what? First of all, this is what she should have done. She should have just said, she should have left. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to leave. And not only am I going to leave the room, I'm going to leave your life. I'm going to leave you. Period. I mean, where was he dishonest? As far as showing who he was. He wasn't. He was clear. He told her clearly through his actions he did not want her. Ladies, men show very clearly if they want you. They do things to keep you. Everybody knows by now. Ain't nobody stupid. They're not stupid. Men are not dumb. If a man wants you, he's not going to cheat. He's not going to be screwing another woman in his room and you walk in and say, oh, you need to leave. He just told you to fuck off. That's what he just told you. He didn't say them words, but his actions clearly said fuck off. I got what I want right here, and it ain't you. Now, if you continue to entertain this relationship, if you continue to entertain this fuckery, this foolishness, then guess what's going to happen? He's going to be like, shh, she's cool with it. She might be complaining, but there's something that he's getting out of it that he's not willing to give up. And he's going to continue to tell you whatever it is that it takes to keep you. Because he might like it. He might like it. I don't want to get too vulgar. He might like what he's hitting. He might like the punani. He might like the money. He might like the nurturing that you give him, because typically women who would actually have some walk in and see somebody screwing somebody else and they have the audacity to tell me to leave and I'm supposed to be with you, and this is not something that we discussed, and this is not something I have any knowledge of. If you have the audacity to tell me, most women that would allow that are too nurturing. Way too nurturing. And they're always looking to save and always looking to rehabilitate and always looking for the reason why. It don't matter why. He's wrong. Unless, like I said, that's your previous agreement. If that's the case, then he wouldn't be like, leave. He'll be like, come join in, or I'll be done in a minute. And you're like, okay, babe. Because that's what y'all agreed to do. I have nothing against open relationship. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That's called being honest. That's what y'all have agreed upon. He said leave, and she stayed with him. No. Like I said, I ain't judging because I've done some dumb stuff too. But I'm looking at this. I'm like, are you crazy? She went back to her room and cried. I do feel bad. I have a lot of that hurts. It does. I've been there. It does hurt, but at some point you gotta get buck and be like, I'm not taking this shit no more. Let me watch the rest of it. Cried all night. And guess what he does after she says that? I cried all night. Guess what he does? This is exactly what he did. That's saying, bitch, I don't give a fuck about your tears. He has no remorse on his face, in his body language. He's just looking like, and bitch, I got what I wanted. You kept giving it to me. I could care less. That's what this looks like. That's how he looks. That is his body language. That is his energy. He does not fucking care. I mean, he really tired of listening to her go on. He's looking at her like, you are so pathetic and weak. Let me tell y'all something. Men love strong women. Ladies, all this nice shit. I did a video before on my YouTube about being too fucking nice. They don't like that shit. They look at you like you are pathetic. They look at you like you are ridiculous. If you allow, have you ever heard this saying before? Men only do what you allow them to do. That is true. Once someone disrespects you, lies to you, betrays you, and you take them back, it is never the same. They will never look at you like a human again. They're going to stomp all over you, walk, not just walk, stomp. When a person does something and they actually feel remorse, they will look like it. Now, you gotta be careful about that too, because some people will put on a show and they know how to act. But this is the thing, they will come to you. And like I said, you still have to be very careful about that. They will come to you with some kind of amends that they're making. Even that, like I said, please don't think that I'm saying, oh, if they come with tears, because they would do that too. There's some good actors on this planet. Do not think that I'm saying, oh, if they come with this. He said he was sorry. He wasn't huffing and puffing. Really, me, you don't get my forgiveness. That's me. Really me, because you know better. Ain't nobody on this planet who does not know how to treat a person. And if they really honestly don't know how to treat people, then it is not your job to show them. That was their mama's job and their daddy's job. And guess what? They failed. They failed. They did not do their job, and it is not your job to step in like Captain Save a low down, no good fuck boy. It's not your job to teach them. Why do women want to take on the world and teach and heal people who don't care? And it's not your job. You didn't even give birth to this person. They're not your responsibility. Stop trying to teach people how to treat people, and they're grown. If they got past the age of 18 and they left their parents' house and they don't know by now, it's not your job. Do you not love yourself enough to say, I'm going to go out here and attract and accept and entertain and take and retain a person who respects me enough not to tell my ass to walk out of the room and he's screwing somebody else? That person does not care about your feelings. And let me tell you something. Obviously, you don't care about your own if you allow something like that, because that should be something back when you were looking through the phone that you should have cut that shit off then. Then you never would have to. You realize the insult that you're doing to your spirit when you sit there and allow someone to walk all over you. Y'all don't get energy. You don't get energy. You think that, these things are just happening physically. You think that they're not affecting you. If you're depressed, it's affecting you. If you crying all fucking night, it is affecting you. If you are sick and your stomach, people got ulcers out here. The colon is all backed up. The circulation is all poor. Their hearts are failing them because you are insulting your own soul by allowing people to walk all over you. So don't tell me that this is not affecting you. It doesn't make any difference. Oh, it's just something that they did, and you know, I gotta. No, you do not have to forgive them. She said this shit. I forgave you. Look, let me tell you something. He asked not one time in this video for forgiveness. He didn't even ask for it. Now, even if somebody asks for forgiveness, you don't have to give it. Forgiveness comes when you make amends. That's when it comes. But even then, I just don't forgive. I'm not. Once you have disrespected me, you're just gone. At this point, you're just gone. I refuse. I love myself too fucking much to be sitting up here trying to rehabilitate people. It's not my job. It's not my job. I've already done that. I've already been nice. I've already tried to rehabilitate. I've already tried to be understanding. I've already tried to work with people. And it got me nothing but sick. If you are heartbroken, if you are depressed, you got headaches, all these physical ailments, it's affecting you. That motherfucker is walking around here happy as a clam because he knows he can walk all over you. He knows that he can do whatever he wants. Once you allow it, it will continue. Only what you allow will continue. You have the power to put a stop to it, to say, no, this is not acceptable. I'm not going to put up with this. And it's not a stance of they get to stay and do it. No, you just cut it off. Do you know how many men, women, everything on this planet depends on you. They would not be here without you. And yes, I'm saying this to men too. Learn this. Respect. Men who got some sense understand this and they have respect for it. Okay? They would not be here without you. That one thing is enough to demand respect. Now, you are going to have to be respectable, meaning you're going to have to put your foot down when people do dumb shit. You're going to have to release and allow people to go on their way. They can do whatever they want to with someone else. Do not allow them to continue to walk on you, stomp on you. What does Courtney say? If you don't honor your tears, no one else will. If you are crying, your soul, it needs purging. It needs cleansing. What does water do? It cleans. It cleanses. Okay? That means something dirty has happened. Get a little energetic. Listen. The elements. When you get dirt on your skin, what do? You go take a shower. You go take a bath. You get a hose pipe. You get a cup of water and pour it over your head. You do something with water. All these things involve water. You cleanse. As above, so below. As within, so without. Spiritual lessons, spiritual laws. So if something dirties or muddies or taints your soul, your spirit, your energy, you're going to cry. Why? Because there's something that needs to be released. Something needs to be cleansed and purged and removed. So there's your clue right there. That what that person did affected you. So they dirtied up your mind. They dirtied up your spirit. They dirtied up your soul. Why would you allow someone to stay around you who has dirtied something and muddied something? Let them go. Okay. We'll go back to the video. He don't care. He just shrugged. Oh my God. This video is disgusting. She went a little while without talking to him. Then he said something. Oh Lord, what did he say? Oh, he said, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it again. You shouldn't have done it in the first place. Y'all got to get bitchy. Y'all got to get mad. Look, the more women that do this, men have to step up their game if they want to stay on this planet. Because guess what? If nobody's giving them any punani, they can't reproduce. Their genes, their bloodline can't stay here. Number 2 reason why you're powerful. Actually, that's the same reason. They would not be here without you. Well, actually, it's number 2. They would not be here without you. Would not be here without somebody's womb birthing them. 2, they cannot stay here. Their genes cannot stay on the planet. I don't care what you believe. I'm just telling you how it is. Their genes can't stay here. They can't reproduce. They have no legacy. They just flushed out. Ladies, that's powerful. Stop reproducing with fools. That means they have no respect. They have no honor. They have no dignity. They don't think you're worth anything. You don't think you're valuable because they just, oh, I just cheated. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it again. Guess what? I bet money in the video he does it again. He lied. So now he's a liar. A man's word is his bond. That's supposed to be honor. It's supposed to be an honorable thing that you keep your word. Apparently he don't. Why? How much I want to bet he there's a point where things were the same. You know what the point was? This is what he said. There was a point where, in response to her saying, you know, he said he wasn't going to do it again. He did it again. And there's a point where things were the same. Hell, the point was when you showed yourself to be weak. And he just said, oh, I can walk all over her. So yeah, he stopped liking you and loving you. He probably did like her at first. I'm not saying that people don't love you and stuff, but once you start to be wretched and just a doormat, all that goes out the door. Think about that. Do you really want to be around weak people who don't stand up for themselves? That is annoying. Nobody wants to be around that. That is pathetic. Stop. Okay, so he said you would always go through my phone or computer. Okay, so he just don't like being found out. He a sneaky one. Wait. Oh my God. So, wow, this is deeper than I thought. So he said, I didn't even watch the whole thing. I watched the beginning of it and that pissed me off. Okay, so he says, there was a point. Yeah, that's what I just said. Wow, that's deep. I literally just said that in different words. He said there was a point where you would be going through, or you would continually go through my computer and my phone, and you would find whatever it is you thought you were going to find. And guess what he says? This is the deepness of this, y'all. He said, why wouldn't you just leave? He said that. He said, why wouldn't you just leave? So that was the point where things were different. That's what he said. Didn't I just say that? Rewind the video. When the replay come up, rewind it. Didn't say that. They don't like pathetic women who they start to lose respect for you when you just allow people to do things. Didn't I just say that? So he just said it just in a different way. Oh, so you know, if you had that feeling, that's what it essentially said. If you just had those feelings and you knew. So he's telling you your power. That's what he was doing in the video. He was telling her what she's capable of. She ain't listening. She's not reading between the lines. See, men don't come out and say things. Their actions show you more than what their words show. So he just came out and said it now. He said, if you knew, essentially, that I was cheating, therefore, you want to go into my computer and my phone and find evidence of this cheating, why wouldn't you just leave? He just told her, you already knew. You're capable of knowing. Your mind and your gut and your intuition were not wrong. They were not lying to you. So why didn't you just leave? Men will allow you to do whatever it is that will continue to do whatever it is that you allow them to do. The ones that are out here abusing and harming, and even some good men will do that too. They will use up whatever it is, whoever allows them to, and they will go to someone who won't allow them to do that. You have the power to get whatever it is that you want. I'm not saying from every man, but look here. If you start off you emit an energy of, I am a doormat, I will allow you to do whatever. You have to check your energy daily. You have to know what kind of vibes you are setting it off, because they don't consciously know everything, but once they pick up on it, that scent of desperation and that scent of, oh, I can get whatever I want from her, they go in. And at that point, it's very conscious. They know what they're doing. It is not something, oh, I can't help it, accidental. It's not. They know exactly what they're doing. They're sitting there, right here, he talking to him in his mind. He's like, girl, you just dumb as hell. You already knew I was doing something. Your intuition was not lying to you. You knew, and you still stayed with me. You looking through the phone and the computer for evidence that you don't need. Why didn't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? You ever heard a song by Chrisette Michelle? I had an epiphany, and it comes to me like an epiphany. She said, why don't I just leave? Go Google those lyrics and read them and memorize them. Y'all all upset about her performing for Trump. Look, that song, go look at that song. Epiphany by Chrisette Michelle. Get the jewels. She said, it comes to me like an epiphany. Why don't I just leave? Do you realize how powerful it is? You can just walk away from anything that insults your soul. You don't have to stay. You don't have to try to work it out. Fuck them. Leave. Why are people such gluttons for punishment? I have to ask myself, why was I such a glutton? Because I did not know my value. Why did I sit here and allow you to do this? Why am I sitting here crying? All these people out here pounding, banging the door down, trying to get some of what I got. And I'm fooling with you. They're wanting to be around me and enjoy my company. And I'm sitting here dealing with you for what? Let's watch the rest of this video. Oh, and she told the truth. He said, why didn't you just leave? She said, I don't know. I think I was just stupid. That's the answer. She was right. The wisdom has come in. Yes, you're just stupid. That is stupid to stay with someone. If somebody is stepping on your toe, are you going to just keep letting them do it and just sit there? Ow. 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 You're going to say, stop stomping on my toe. You got to do that with everybody. You got to do that with emotional insults too and relational insults too. It's not just physical stuff. But we all know that women get physically abused as well. And they do just sit there and say, ow. And then the person apologizes and we get the whole circle of violence and they apologize and they come back. That's why I would love to reach women before they get into these situations to already know who they are, their power, their worth, their value, so they don't get stuck in that cycle. Because it's hard to get out of. I understand. Like I said, no judgment, no shade, because I've been there. But once you get in your head how valuable you are, you just can't tolerate that no more. You just be like, excuse me? They do the littlest thing, excuse me? That's when you have to put it down and let them know this is not acceptable. You do that, you might just have a chance with the person. But you can't for a minute allow them to think they're going to get away with things. I'm sure prior to this, these gross indiscretions, these huge gross indiscretions, there were some other little things he was doing just to see how far he could go. That's why I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. They will do little things and see, oh, she let me do that. She let me get away with that little shit. Okay. So we sitting here eating. I'm just ogling these other bitches and they butts. Flirting with people in front of her. Oh, she didn't say nothing. Okay, let me see if I can push this a little farther. I know some people don't care. You know, people flirt and that's cool. But you have to make your own decisions about what's acceptable to you. Okay? So, he was doing some stuff before. This didn't just come out of nowhere. He sat there and figured out how far he could go. It didn't just, just one day he decided to be a cheater. No. He already primed and figured out what she was going to let him get away with. He's still just looking like he don't care. How many times did you cheat on me? Doesn't matter. He said he don't know. That's sad. He wasn't counting. He don't know. He just said, I went ham with. Now she walking away. That's what you should have done first. He said, leave. You should have left when he was sleeping with the other girl and you walked in. You should have left when you were looking through the computer. He said it. I'm going to let y'all, I'm going to put this in the comments. Y'all check this video out. And I know that, I don't know if this is dramatized or whatever, because I know reality shows and things like that, but this happens in real life. I've had it happen. Other people tell me it's happened. So this is not, just drama. I don't know about that. This was his response, is it had more to do with me not being able to commit. That's bullshit. I ain't feeling that. He just saying that. Oh, okay. So this is genuine right here. She said, why didn't you want to commit? Because he said at the time I just didn't want to commit. He said I just didn't want to. See how simple that is? He just didn't want to. He didn't feel like it. He felt like he wanted to do something else. So he did it. See how simple that is? It's not complicated. The man is not being deep, no mysterious. I just didn't want to. You didn't give him a reason to want to. And you made it easy for him to do whatever he wanted to do. So he just didn't want to commit, so he just didn't. Simple enough. That's simple. It's very simple. Sometimes we're not on the same page. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's saying you did everything you need to do as a good girlfriend. Yes, good doormat. Oh my God. Hold on. Now here we go. Excuses for him. I don't think you're a bad guy. This is what she's saying. I don't think you're a bad guy. You know what? I was about to say, of course he's a bad guy, but honestly, he's just an honest guy. He was just keeping it real. He told her, he showed her who he was, and she didn't listen. So maybe he ain't a bad guy. She just didn't listen to his signals. He is bad for her, apparently, because he didn't want to be with just her, and she apparently wanted to be with just him and have the monogamous relationship, and she did not listen. So, but honestly, I don't understand why someone hurt your feelings and you sit up here talking about, oh, you're not a bad guy. Can you be upset beyond tears? How about some anger? At yourself for being dumb, and you could be angry at him. He betrayed you. Shit. You betrayed yourself too. Oh my God. No, she didn't say the F word. Forgave you. Why? What? Saying you're sorry is not enough. I wrote a note down. The best apology is change behavior. True. That's the meme to be floating around Facebook all the time. The best apology is change behavior. It wasn't no change behavior here. So why are we forgiving people? Guess what he said after she said, I forgave you. Why? No, hold on. I got too much emotion on my face. He just looked like, why? Do y'all understand? There you go, Ashley. He don't give a fuck. He does not care. You have to care about yourself. If a person is sitting here, if you knew I was doing something, you look at them a phone and a computer, why don't you just leave? He don't give a fuck. That's showing you he don't give a fuck. If you say, oh, I forgave you, and he look at you, why? He don't give a fuck. Oh my God. Really? He does not care. He has those feelings of caring about you don't exist within him. He does not care. So this dude ain't even deceptive. I'm not even really upset with him because I'm upset with her because she doing crazy stuff. I'm not mad at him. He's off the hook as far as me. He didn't do nothing to me. And I'm not even mad because he's actually being very honest and he's showing very clearly with his actions and hell, even his words. He probably was a little different then, but that's why I say you gotta read between the lines. At the time when all this happening, he's probably a little different. He had some different stuff going on, but he knew he could get away with it. That's the thing. So I ain't really even upset with him. I'm not, my blood ain't boiling about him. And he pretty transparent. She said, why? And because you're my best friend. Okay, ladies, I want y'all to go to the dictionary. Let me go on. I'm going to go for you. Let me find it. Let's define a friend. I'm pretty sure friends don't do these things. Friend. Let's see, friend. Okay. A friend, a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond. Hold on, let's get this right here. Of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. So mutual. So mutual means it's between both of us. This is something that we have in common together. It's not just me being your friend and you being someone who's just taking. So mutual. That's the key word. Mutual. Okay? So if it's not mutual, I would question the friendship. You know, a person, a friend is a person who gives assistance, a supporter. I'm not seeing the friendship here. This doesn't seem very friendly to me at all. And it definitely wasn't mutual. So it was hard. Wow. Now they're talking about the stage you're moving on. Now he's saying he apologizing for hurt now. Okay. I hope in the future we remain good friends. No, we ain't gonna do that. So I'm not gonna watch. It's only like 15 seconds left. So yeah, I'll link this in the comments. But let me tell y'all something. You know, I'm not religious by any means. I take from whatever spiritual system actually helps me grow, and I utilize it to actually help me grow. It's not, you know, any kind of organized religion, anything like that. I don't subscribe to that. But I will do whatever resonates with me and helps me grow. So, in the Bible, now the Bible, the way I have researched it and read it, is a very metaphysical book, and it just has a lot of wisdom in it, and you have to apply it to something other than trying to apply it to a deity outside yourself. Apply it to yourself. So, remember what Jesus said, talking about sheep, wolves, and sheep's clothing? It look good on the outside, might make you feel good at certain points. But guess what? How can you know that a tree is bad? You will know them by their fruit. You will know them by their fruit. And if you do a little research into the Greek translations of these words, you will see that the word fruit actually means actions. You will know them by their actions. So I don't care what somebody is saying to you. You will know them by their actions. And if somebody's actions are screaming at you, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about your feelings. You're not valuable. You're not important to me. Guess what? That is what is so. That is the truth. And you will know them by their fruit, their results, their actions, their deeds. It's really simple. Men are not complicated. They're not out here being mysterious. They're not out here being deceptive. They will tell you exactly who they are. Each and every time. There's no mystery. There's nothing to solve. There's nothing to be unclear about. If a person cares about you, they will care about you. They will act like it. Not act like it, they will be it. They won't be sitting here looking at you in the gray room. This room look depressing as hell today, and sitting across from you in some chairs talking about, you knew I was cheating, you're looking through my computer, why didn't you just leave? They won't be doing that. You won't never have that feeling that they're even doing anything to even have to go look through a computer. Okay? None of these things will occur. None of these things will happen. That's not what will be going on with you. You literally will know them by their fruit. You could also, if you want to save yourself some time, you can know them by your feelings. When you get that urge to look in their phone, be like, oh, hell no, I'm getting to look through the phone urge. No, you know what, dog? Instead of looking through the phone and they in the other room, just go in the other room where they at. Like, babe, I just got a urge to look through your phone, so that lets me know that you up to some foul shit. So I'm just gonna have to be out. No. Don't explain. Don't apologize. It's okay. It's good. No. I'm okay. I'm not hurt. It's fine. No. Whoever. Y'all have fun. Y'all have a good life. I'm out. Let me just get my things. I don't want to disturb you. That would be disrespectful. I'm just going to go. That's what you do. Rehearse that shit if you have to. Look, you sitting around. Something don't feel right. Let's practice. It's good to practice. And let's practice right now. This is what you're going to do. Next time you get to looking through the phone, looking through the computer, looking through their Instagram DMs, looking through their text messages, looking through their Facebook Messenger. When you get that urge, this is what you do. Okay? Oh, shit. I got the feeling to go look through his phone. Something is not right. You know what? Babe? Yeah, your phone, you left your phone in here in the living room. Yeah, and you was back there in the room. You know what? I just got a feeling. I'm just going to go. I don't want to disturb your life. I don't want to be in it. I'm just going to go. That's what you do. See how simple that is? Now, you don't have to cry. You don't have to walk in the room and see him, on top of something, getting it and, spanking. No, you don't have to see none of that. Those mental images are damaging because that's the betrayal that you observe in there. That is dirty in your soul. So now you have saved yourself from seeing that shit. You have saved yourself from all night arguments. Lord, I have been there. Staying up all night trying to explain. You hurt my feelings. This is painful. And they just looking at you like, do y'all know I had a counseling session? And I had the counselor tell me this is what happened. Me and my first husband went to a counseling session because he was cheating over and over and over and over and over again. We in the counseling, so I'm thinking the counselor says, first of all, I paid money. I paid for it, dumbass. Dumbass me, Lisa, what you do that for? I paid for it. He just came along because he was getting something that he valued from the relationship. Because, they get what they need to get from here, there, and everywhere, right? Which is something women should do that. Get what you need from here, there, and everywhere. You have options too. You can do what you need to do too to get your life together. But anyway, we're in the session. At some point, we talking. I'm telling her about this latest indiscretion, similar to what this girl did, except I didn't see him actually having sex. I walk in. It's 1 or 2 in the morning. I came home from work. Guess what? Intuition popping. It's like, okay, she ain't listen to these other things. Guess what my intuition was like? Just made me want this pizza. We had ordered before I went to work. I worked overnight, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm at work. I had food at work. I had food there. I just had to have this pizza that I knew was left over in the fridge. So I get in the car and drive to the house. It was only 5 minutes away. I walk in. He's sitting on the couch. She's sitting on the little, the armchair. And, they're like this. Couch, armchair. And he's leaned over and they're talking. And it's I just remember I saw baseball on the TV. Now, I ain't saying women don't like baseball, but not a lot of women like baseball, right? And I knew he didn't like baseball. So they wasn't watching TV. And they were talking. And what was going to go down just had not happened yet. Spirit led me back to my house to observe something because I was too dumb to pick up on all the other signs and signals that had already occurred. Okay? So now let's give her a visual picture since she can't listen to her feelings. Let's show her. So the same thing happened. It didn't get as far as, actually sleeping with her in particular because he had done with other people. But, so we go to the counselor and I'm telling her this scenario, and he just sitting there like, he didn't look, and I'm just pissed because I can't evoke any reaction from him of remorse or understanding where I'm coming from. This is the thing. He didn't understand where I was coming from. He didn't care. Now, at some point, she got us split up, and he left the room, and she's just talking to me. I guess she just said, oh, I'm going to talk to her by herself for a while. Something. Do you know this woman leaned over to me and said, I usually don't do this because, somebody comes for counseling. They're trying to work it out. And, if I feel like you can work it out, some people do certain things. Like me, I'm a little bit more strict. You can do one little thing and you're gone. So you better watch yourself. She's like, you need to run, not walk away from him. He doesn't care. Did I listen to her? No. I got mad at her. Like, oh my goodness, you're supposed to be helping us and all this stuff. Look, she tried to tell me. She said, you need to run, not walk away. And several years later, I was with him for 9 years. Several years later, I had another counselor. I'm simply like, I don't even trust myself no more. I don't know left from, this is literally what I said, y'all. I don't know left from right. I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I can't make decisions. I'm depressed. I'm this, I'm that. She told me the same damn thing. You need to run. At that point, I started to listen. Because then, I done already been beat up and beat down and destroyed in my spirit. And I'm literally going cuckoo fucking crazy. And you know what? Listen to what I just said. I don't even know how to make a decision anymore. I don't know left from right anymore. Everything that comes in my mouth, I don't feel like it's the right thing. Why? Because I've been betraying myself for so many years. You do that for 9 years and you don't listen to yourself, of course you're going to go fucking crazy. Of course you're not going to know your left from your right, because hell, you can't even sit there and listen to your own soul, your own spirit telling you what's good for you and be like, look, you need to run away from this person. You need to leave this person. They are lying to you. They are destroying you. Your intuition with wisdom. That Bible, oh, I love the Bible. There's a scripture that it says, if you don't listen to wisdom, she will laugh at you and your calamity when it comes to you. She's been trying to tell you, it is an energy, it is a spirit, okay, that women are very connected to. But once you just so many times, you be like, I'm just not going to listen. I'm just going to sit up here and be a dumbass and just ignore what my eyes are seeing, ignore what my feelings are telling me. You know what? You're like, you know what? Okay. Go right ahead. I'm going to have to let you fall. I'm going to have to let you fall hard. And when you do, I'm going to laugh. That's cold-hearted. That's the kind of energy you dealing with. To where it's just like, you know what? Don't listen. Fall. But that's what it takes sometimes. Because people are hard-headed. And you have to go through all this stuff. So hopefully you would just heed wisdom when wisdom comes to you and be like, look, that ain't what you want. Okay? You have to set your own value and say, I am worth being told the truth. I am worth someone being honest with me. I am worth someone being able to understand my feelings about something. I am worth somebody who won't hurt my feelings because they're grown enough and they're intelligent enough to understand that what they're doing is wrong. And let me tell you something, men are not going to just be honest because it's just the right thing to do. They're only going to be honest with a woman who demands honesty. Do not get in, look, men watching this, get in your feelings if you want to. This is the truth, and you know it, and I know it. If a woman allows you to walk, you will do it. Now, I'm telling women, and everybody can get mad if they want to. I do not care. I don't care. You will allow someone, women do this too. All kinds of people do this. It's not just men. People do this as it's nature. So you need to get your own system up to where you understand when this is happening. You be like, okay, I'm just not going to deal with this. People, we got to stop this. Everybody's divine and not understanding what the divine is. The divine is darkness and light, honey. The divine is good and evil. The divine is all things. So if you think you're going to be able to walk around here and just, oh, you're divine. I used to do that dumb shit. Oh, the divinity in you. Thinking that there's this central point of goodness and love and perfection. And I'm not saying that love doesn't exist. But it does not exist separate from your demanding of respect. A man will not love you if you do not love yourself. No one on this planet will love you if you do not love yourself. The first number one law of this jungle we call Earth is self-preservation. You have to preserve yourself. There's not a person on this planet who is going to give you more respect than you give yourself. Share this video, y'all. Share this video. Y'all know that some people need to hear it. Share the video. You won't get respect that you don't ask for. You only get what you demand. You only get what you ask for. Don't ask for it. Don't expect to receive it. What does the Bible also say? Ask and you shall receive. So what is the opposite? For everything that exists, there's an equal and opposite. For everything. So if you don't ask, you will not receive. So did you ask for it? You don't have to verbally say these things. People don't understand that your actions are energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your words are energy. Everything is energy. So if you don't ask by your deeds and your actions of walking away from someone, guess what? You're going to continue to get what you get, which is disrespect. What did my sister say? Girl, praise the women counselors. My marriage counselor said the same thing. I had 2 women counselors. I have had 1 male counselor, but I left that situation on my own after I just looked at it. I was like, he just doesn't care. He just doesn't fucking care. But what I realized was I didn't care. That's why I kept attracting people who did not care, because I didn't fucking care. So we got not caring and not caring together. They was a bunch of not caring ass shit. Neither one of us cared. I didn't care, so he didn't care. You have to care. Ladies, do not delude yourself into thinking that you can make somebody care. Either they do or they don't. Either they will or they won't. And like I said, even the good men will take advantage. And when I say good men, it's like, that's very, that depends on the woman and what she finds good. But even the ones who have, what do men think? What women think defines a good man? Have a job, don't have kids, I don't know. Whatever your definition is, even those with the jobs and the degrees and the no kids or whatever it is that you think is good, even they will do that too. That is in people's nature to preserve themselves. Men have that gene, that energy is strong with them. They preserve themselves. If you noticed, there was a song by Estelle. It was called Thank You for Making Me a Woman. And there was a phrase in there. She said, I'm here miserable while you're out living your fantasy. Go Google that song. Get them lyrics in your soul. There be some songs out here to be really good for you. Listen to it. Understand what it's saying to you. I'm here miserable while you are out living your fantasy. They're doing everything their mind can conceive. Everything their heart could ever desire. They're out here screwing and fucking and sucking and licking on all kind of different women, having a good old time. And what are you doing? Sitting at home crying? Ladies, you can do the same fucking thing. If you don't want to sleep around, guess what? That's fine. That's beautiful. If you want to sleep with everything walking, that's fine. That's beautiful. This is the key. Do what you want to do. Stop doing what other people want you to do. Stop feeling like you have to acquiesce to everybody else's fucking desires but your own. Do what you want to do. You need to sit your ass down and figure out what the hell you want. And then stick to that. Write that shit down. Burn candles. Do rituals. Take baths. Get with your sisters and have them tell you, girl, is that what you said you wanted? Why is you dealing with that? When you get that friend that tells you being dumb, listen to her. When you get that friend that you feel like, oh, you're not being nice. Look, it's not time for nice. It's time for realness. It's time for you to be genuine and authentic and understand what the hell needs to happen in your life, which is you changing your actions and your reception. Stop dealing with people who do not care about you. You must care about you. And like I said, men have that on point. Y'all be out here calling them dogs and saying they just wrong. No, they're not. They're preserving themselves. They're doing what they're supposed to do. When are you going to do what you're supposed to do? They're supposed to have fun. They're supposed to enjoy their life. They're supposed to do what they want to do. Why don't you do that? Ask yourself that question. Why don't I do what I want to do? Ask yourself that question. Look yourself in the mirror and say, why do I feel like I can't do what I want to do? Why do I feel like I cannot demand the things that I need to make me happy? Ask yourself that. And then you can hate it all you want, but guess what? There's a lesson there. They do what the hell they want to do. And they get what they want. ask yourself why you can't do that. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna leave the video in the comments, and you look at it and you see this body language of him. It wasn't just body language; it was the voice. He said, "Why you just leave?" He said it. So save yourself the hurt. Save yourself the pain. Save yourself the trauma. Do you not realize every time you have this trauma, it leaves an effect on you? It leaves a very real effect. And then you got to do all this work to remove that effect. Why do you think I'm on a 100-day freaking juice fast? Because I have so much apologizing to do. Not to anyone else, but to myself. I have so much amends to make to myself. When we run around here talking about religiously sinning against God, you know who God is? You. And when you sin, do you know what sin means? In the Greek translation, to miss the mark. The mark is bliss. The mark is happiness. The mark is self-preservation. The mark is self-love. And if you don't do those things, you have sinned against who? No one else but you. Everybody wants to pass the buck and say that I've sinned against God, not realizing that you are looking at God in the mirror each and every morning, each and every night, each and every afternoon, whenever you look in it. So forget worrying about sinning against somebody else. You correct the sins that you've committed against yourself. That is the highest treason. That is adultery. That is adultery. Quit worrying about committing adultery to somebody else. Have you worried about the adultery, the adulteration? Do you know what the word adulterate means? Let's look at it. Let's Google that. I love definitions. Let's get the adulterate. What's adulterate? To alter, to change, to dirty, to make impure. I'm sure I'm going off. Adulterate. Render poor in quality by adding another substance, typically an inferior one. Wow. So what do you deserve? Do you deserve love and respect and honor and honesty and bliss and happiness and joyfulness? Or do you deserve tears? What are you tainting what are you adulterating your soul with? What quality is your soul? Do you need someone coming in here lying to your face? Do you need somebody coming in here tainting your spirit? That motherfucker's of poor quality. You as God need to realize that. Ooh, hold on. Another definition, to debase or make impure by adding inferior materials or elements. Use cheaper, inferior, or less desirable goods in the production of. So in the production of your life, in the creation of your life, and your feelings, and your blissful, wonderful life, what qualities, what goods are you putting and allowing into it? What are you allowing to stay? Do not taint your soul by causing yourself to get so far deluded that you have to be shown how little you care about yourself. Because I guarantee you, you are going to have to pay. You're going to have to repair. And it's not pleasant. Something's going to have to be fixed. And it's going to be a painful process. When you have those pains, those aches, those pains, that depression, those headaches, those stomach ulcers. I'll be sitting here day in and day out watching these people in the hospital. And you start to talk with them and you start to get the story. This is why you are feeling these physical ailments. Because of your emotional pains. You ignoring. When you have cancer, that is your own cells mutating, turning against you. Autoimmune diseases is your own immune system fighting against yourself. It has failed to protect you. Where does that come from? Your mental and your spiritual failure to protect yourself, to preserve yourself. So don't think for a minute that disease and all this stuff is by accident. It just happens. Oh, this is just something that you go through. No, it is not. I'm here to tell you, it is because you have betrayed yourself. You've adulterated the relationship with yourself, your very soul. This is why you're experiencing these things. It is self-induced, and guess what? It is self-correctable. If you will only make that decision to say, I will do this no more. I will not tolerate this anymore from myself. Don't even worry about what he did. Look, there's some ways to release that and to work through that. And yes, they are wrong. I am not by any means saying that that person that done that to you is wrong, is right. But women have to start taking responsibility for what they did and what they allowed. You are smarter than this. And no, it is absolutely wrong for someone to take advantage of you in a certain situation or a certain mindset. That is damn wrong. And there's ways to help them get there for that. Come inbox me and I will let you know. Okay? But let me tell you something. After you have done all that and you have got that energy where it needs to be, now you need to sit with yourself and be like, look, how did we get this far? This is that Kermit with the hood versus the other Kermit. Now we're going to have a conversation. How the hell we get here? How the hell we allow this? Once you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, come talk to me. It's fixable. But you have to get to a point where you are upset. You need to be upset with that person and yourself. You a little bit more so. Because you allowed it. Let that clarity wash over you. Let that knowing wash over you. And look, you don't forgive. Look, that's another video. Forgiving someone who has no remorse, that is damaging. Now that person is more emboldened. Is that a word? They just bold. They are bold. They know. They said, well, hell, this bitch right here let me get away with it. Who else can I go terrorize? Now you making it harder for everybody else. Now we got to deal with this soul that's out here just thinking they can get away with any and everything. They don't have to be honest. They don't have to be respectful. They don't have to show up when they say they're going to show up. They don't have to do anything. And now you just thank you. I'm being sarcastic. Thank you for putting them. Now we got to deal with this shit. And then we go have their children. And genes is a lot, y'all. Y'all not understanding how powerful genes are and energy is. It is passed down. Obviously, they're not doing the work on their soul. Obviously, they're not doing the work on their spirit. And there's different levels to this. There's some that's worse than others. Like I said, you can have a so-called good man who will, if you allow them to get away with something, they'll go to somebody else and act just fine because that person did not put up with it. Then there's others who just ain't shit. It's not a one, size fits all situation. There's levels to this. Okay. So some of them just ain't, I don't care what you do, they're not going to be shit. Those are the ones just need to be cut off. They need to get none. But that be the main ones getting it. That be the main one getting it, getting all the pussy, getting all the attention, have all the women. They had 4 or 5 women. These women are fighting each other. And I'm like, what? Why are you upset with each other? I don't understand. Is he not the one who is the common denominator in all this? But like I said, you have to take responsibility for your actions as well. And not loving yourself and not loving your sisters. Because I've seen too many times women want to fight women. Oh, you with my man. Oh my God. And the man don't look like much to fight over. I'm like, I don't know why we fighting over this. Because what is he doing? A man who is really about something, who is worth something, you would not need to be out here fighting. Do you know what dangerous shit? Women is vicious. Women will pull out something on you. They'll put hands on you. And you think a man who actually cares about you is going to put you in that situation where you need to be fighting with somebody? That's not a fully grown man. He might be a male. He might have a penis, but he is not mature. Why would he put you in a situation to be fighting with somebody? Why would he be out here just indiscriminately doing all these things and knowing that it could lead to some kind of danger for you? A man who is true, and who is mature and who is righteous is going to protect you. He's going to do things that are not going to put you in harm's way. So that wouldn't even be happening. So any man that's doing that, I'd be like, you can have him. Oh, I found, look, there was a screenshot of a text conversation, and the girl did the best thing in the world she could do. You know, she came up talking about the girl in question was with her man or something, and she's like, I'm coming to you like a woman because, you know, I found out that he's with you and he's also with me. She said, sis, you can have him. That's wisdom. That's how you handle that. Oh, you can have him. Oh, I didn't know. You can have him. What are we fighting for? Obviously, that man let you... See, that's a sister. I need to meet her because I'd be like, yes. Yes. That's how you handle that. Now, she ain't got to go through no arguing on no phone with no woman. She ain't got to do no arguing with him. Because at this point... Now he's going to go back and forth playing. This nigga is laughing. He's happy. He got 2 women. Do you know how ego boosting that is to have 2 women fighting over you? Round cat. Whoa, that turns men on, right? Why are you giving him that pleasure? He's just laughing his ass off inside, chuckling. Look at this. These women fighting over me. Look at this. Now he feel all desirable. You gassing his head up and he ain't shit. So a man that actually cares about you, who actually adores you, who actually respects you, honors you, all that good stuff, he's not going to put you in that situation. And if he does, let him go. I don't care. Look, we got to stop this reminiscing stuff. Oh, we had all these good times. Oh, we did all these things. Oh, we've been through all these things. I don't care if we've been together 16 lifetimes. I done died, came back, died, came back, died, came back, died, came back, times 16. And now here we are again. Apparently, I didn't learn nothing, because if you keep doing this shit, then apparently my ass is just stone-headed and I'm not getting the message. At the point where I wise up and I know my value and I know my worth and I'm not going to put up with it anymore, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to release you. Practice that. Practice what I did earlier in the video. Just, oh, I have a feeling that you're cheating. Don't go look at the phone. Resist the devil. Resist it. Don't do it. Just just go in the room and be like, babe, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to be strong. You got to make up in your mind that you are not tolerating these things. You're not putting up with these things. Let it go. Once you are alone, do what you need to do with the crying and the purging, and then learn your worth. If you want to know your worth, come talk to me. I just told you 2 things in this damn video. They would not be here without you, and they cannot continue to be here without you. That right there makes you a hot fucking commodity. When a man realizes that, he will value it and he will honor it. If you demand that he does. Even though, like I said, even the ones that know, do not do that. Or they will go as far as you allow them to go, and then they'll move to the next. So I don't care if he coming through here talking about the black woman is God. I don't care if he coming through here talking about some womb wisdom. I don't care if he talking about the great mother. Don't fall for that. That is not enough. Do not fall for it. I'm talking, good morning, Christy. I'm talking about these hotep. Look, even my sister looked, it said, even the Ifa, how you say it, Babalawaz, they do it too. Actions. You will know them by their fruit, their deeds. I do not care what their mouths are saying. I do not care what they're telling you. Stop falling for this. Once you get into, you stop giving your all to people who have not proven themselves. You are so valuable. It don't make no fucking sense. It don't make no sense how valuable you are. It's just straight stupid crazy how valuable you are. And only you can determine that value. So stop writing down some damn requirements, some queenly, some goddess-like requirements. Stop calling yourself a goddess. Look here. Stop calling yourself a goddess and you don't have no goddess-like requirements. That's some deep shit for you to be, I'm a goddess. Okay, are you really a goddess? I used to call me, oh, I'm a goddess. And I'm sitting up here accepting all this bullshit. No, that's some foolishness. Write down your requirements. Make your demands. Make your demands. And make sure people meet them. And I be damned, don't you be looking through nobody's fucking phone. Don't you ever let me catch you looking through somebody's phone. Because if you had the urge to look through the phone, through the computer, through the Instagram, DMs, that was your signal right there. Do not insult your soul. Do not insult your spirit enough to doubt it. That is adulteration. That is fornication. Look, all that Bible is talking about you. You are God. Every time you read those words, if you are still stuck on that, and yes, even my people who are in other religions, I think there is still some mental cleansing to do. There is. I don't think it is. There's still some mental cleansing to do. You are still caught up in the patriarchal bullshit. You are God. You are the valuable thing. You are the table. You are what is being pursued. Sit down and stop trying to impress people, men. Stop saying, look at me. Stop saying, choose me. Stop trying to you're doing too damn much. You're doing too damn much out here trying to, look good and be pleasant. Meaning, you don't have to do a lot. Stop trying to impress, oh, I have this degree, oh, I work, oh, I cook, oh, I clean. When you say that, all they hear is, oh, this bitch she gonna cook my food. She gonna clean my house. She gonna suck my dick. She gonna do all this. Stop doing that. He needs to be selling himself to you. Ask him what he does. What do you bring to me? What do you bring into my table? This is me. I am the table. What do you bring? Then you go from there. Women do too much selling. You're already sold, honey. You're already sold. You are the hot commodity. You are the priceless thing that exists. And now from that pricelessness, now you get to determine your value. You get to determine your worth. You get to determine what you want. And you can get it. Get that through your brain. Affirm that daily. Get around sisters who believe that as well. Get away from these women who are out here trying to sell themselves, honey, because they'll sell you right into some shit. I'm telling you. My phone about to die. Get out of these crowds. Join the Facebook group, Sovereign Savage. If you're ready to stop the foolishness, if you're ready to stop selling yourself short, get in the group. We about affirming our worth and our value and taking steps to fix up some of this mess we done made. Some of us have made a mess of our lives. I damn sure done some stuff and I got to fix it, and it's not even necessary. You came here with all these assets, all these, hell, you don't need but one asset. That one asset is enough. What's between your legs. And I'm not talking about giving it to them. I'm not talking about giving them sex. I'm talking about the very fact that you have immortality between your legs is the asset. And every action that they do, that's why they're doing it, because they want access. Do you know how scary it is to know that you will be snuffed from the earth if nobody gives you access to that space? That's fucking scary. Play on that. Now, for all the men who have some kind of respect for it, continue to honor that and continue to be respectful of it. It's not women aren't naturally trying to take advantage of anything. We just want to be respected and valued. I'm not out here trying to purposely, notoriously, and nefariously and maliciously take advantage of anything. I just want to be respected, and I will be. Period. So there's nothing to fear. That's why religion has told you that you second. That you need to bow down to a phallic god. That's why religion has told you this, because they're scared. So understand that they're fearful. So use that fear to your advantage. A little fear. Didn't I say that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom? Ain't that what it said? So, let that fear permeate through you and understand that you can be taken out and just be respectful. Nobody's trying to hurt you, but don't cross me. My son cried at 3 when I told him he couldn't have babies. He said, well, how will I have them? They know from young that they don't have it. Y'all see it right there. I know I'm going to put this on YouTube too, but she said that her son, I just read it. My son cried at 3 when I told him he couldn't have babies. He said, well, how will I have them? They come in here wanting immortality. They want to pass their seed down, but you do not, or their genes down. But you don't give everybody that privilege. Y'all got to be more discriminatory. I'm damn sure you're going to be discriminatory. Women need security, and they need someone who's going to be able to protect them and provide and do what they have to do. And women are they're just supposed to be sitting right here looking good. They're supposed to have those childbirth and hips. They're supposed to have the fertility. They're supposed to have all these things. Everybody won't have hips, so that's probably wrong to say, but fertility. And usually hips, outward signal of fertility. Women just have to look good. Y'all just don't understand how easy y'all have it. You literally don't have to do all this shit that y'all be doing. Y'all be doing too much. I gotta plug up my phone. Y'all do entirely too much work. You just have to look fertile. And usually fertile in the animal kingdom or the animal world is just looking appealing and attractive. So work on your self, develop yourself, and work on your self-preservation and know your worth. That's all you gotta do. Oh my goodness, this camera is all wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna upload this on my YouTube video. Please share this video like on your Facebook, because I got up and I saw that video and I was just done. I was like, what? No. You know, we got to stop being pathetic out here. We got to stop not knowing our value out here. And it starts with you. You can blame men all you want to. You can point the finger all you want to. But you did it. You allowed it. And like I said, that don't excuse them. Don't ever think I'm saying that. Does not excuse them. But at the end of the day, who allowed it? Who has the power? All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm through beating up on you. You know, share, like I said, share this video with anyone and everyone that you know needs to hear it. Whether they want to hear it or not, they'll get into it. And look, when people hearing the truth, they might be fighting it in their mind, but then they know I need to listen to this whole thing, and they might still be fighting it, but it really ain't them. Do I want to sit here and tell y'all, look, get in the group and we'll talk about what's really fighting you listening to the truth. There's really some energetic stuff, some spiritual stuff going on. You've allowed too much shit in and too much adulteration, like I said. And that is why you are really fighting. It's just like, let me tell you this, parasites. When you are trying to cleanse and you're trying to eat better, you know what likes sugar? Parasites. There's a physical equivalent to that. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Any man that comes to you and does not add to you, he is a parasite. Well, there I just said it. It really ain't that deep. And what does the Bible say about how you get rid of some of these spirits? Fasting and praying. And I'm not talking about the religious fasting and praying. I'm talking about, what does the word fasting mean? To abstain. Stop fucking with them. Did you catch that? Fast. Cut them off. Stop feeding them. That's what a parasitic cleanse is about physically in your body. You stop feeding the parasite dies. Parasites like sugar. Stop giving the parasite your sweetness. So what did I say? As above, so below. As within, so without. So everybody out here doing all these parasite cleanse and trying to eat better, that ain't enough. You have parasites of men, parasites of people. It's not just men. There's situations. There's parents out here that are parasitic. There are friends out here who are parasitic. Yes, I started talking about men, but let's go all the way with it. There are all kinds of parasites out here. So, what did I just say? The metaphysical Bible that is actually talking about you, not some other deity, not something else. Talking about you. It says some only go out with fasting and praying. So fast. Cut them off. Abstain. Stop feeding them. And they will go away. Every time. If they have no more source, they die. Stop feeding them. Stop giving them your love. Stop giving them your attention. Stop giving them your nurturing and your nourishment. The only kind of men that you entertain are the ones who come with something to reciprocate what you are giving them. Women used to have a price paid for them, a dowry. If you wanted to marry someone, a woman, you had to pay. You didn't just come in, snatch up a woman and say, I got a woman. Where's your silver? Where's your gold? Where's your land? Where's your house? When we get back to understanding that you need to come with something, and I heard my mentor the other day say, he felt like a loser, at some point in his life. And he was like, I know I need to go out here and make money and provide for a family, or women would not want me. There you go. You got a man saying that and doing it. There's the kind of person you entertain. Someone who gets it. Someone who understands the value of women. He wasn't out here saying, I can get some pussy. I'll talk right. No. He said, I know that I will not be able to attract a woman unless I am able to take care of her. I will be a loser. But women don't go for that. They go for the man who ain't got nothing, ain't bringing nothing but some words and a big dick. What is the big dick gonna do for me when I gotta eat? I like that too, but I need both. I need to eat. I need to have a roof. I need to have clothes. I need to have resources and provisions. I need to have surroundings around me that's safe. We don't understand. You know what color this person is. He's different. That's why black women need to go on and look out here for some other options. Because these people that we're dealing with are not respecting and honoring. So I'm telling you to disengage. Fast and pray. Fast, meaning abstain. Cut it out. Stop it. It's just so simple. It's not deep. We don't need to have another discussion. We don't need to have another sister circle. We don't need to write another book. It ain't deep. Just stop entertaining them and they go away. They have nothing else to do but go away. What else they gonna do? Nothing. Ain't nothing they can do. They can go away. They can get right if they want to live and survive and continue their bloodline. And they want what's between your legs. They'll act right. But you have to demand that. You have to say, this is what you're going to do if you want me and what I have to offer you. Do you see how valuable that is? Do you see how simple it is? It's so simple. It's not deep. It's not hard. It's nothing. It's so easy. Actually, because nowadays a lot of these men are frauds. We have to be able to feed ourselves. You can still get one that'll help you eat. You can. You can definitely feed yourself too. What I advise is that you already have the provisions to feed yourself before you enter in, because now we don't have the benefits of, a lot of us don't have the benefits of families. Women did not leave their house until they were about to be married. They didn't just go out here and do stuff. So we live in a different age. We do. So if we're in a different age, you have to adapt to certain things. But if you decide to connect with someone else, you're going to have to demand that they give you what you want. Okay? And it's because if you don't, you're talking about the natural order of things. The natural order of things is men provide, women receive. Men give, women receive. What are they giving? What are you receiving? Some little piss poor half-ass stuff. And then you wonder why they act the way they do, because you allow it. There are ones out here who will do what they're supposed to do, who will be honorable. But as soon as you start letting them get away with things, that's what they'll do. Exactly, Chris. Ain't no 50-50 here. You bring it. You bring it. We ain't doing no roommate situations. Look, people want to disagree with that. You can disagree all you want to. We're going to continue to have problems. We're going to continue to have problems. I'm already 100. You need to bring your 100. Because I have something you want. You want to live. You want immortality. Okay. This is what you're going to have to do to get it. Now, like I said, continue to do what you want to do. Keep getting results you're getting. Walk around. Oh, love, marriage spree 50-50. Who spewed that mess? Who started that? Listen to me. I am not saying that women out here with businesses, women out here, look, women been making it forever. Despite all the oppression, despite all the foolishness, we still been making it. Okay? So we definitely are going to continue to do that. So if you want to come in and be a part of this, us making shit happen, you have to come with a little more. Oh, excuse me. You have to come with a lot more. So if you're having problems in your life with males mistreating you and things, I want you to evaluate your value system that you set on yourself. And if you're having trouble, continue to delude yourself if you want to. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just tired of having to deal with and see all this fuckery and foolishness because of women allowing men to just do whatever they want to do. Like I said, to the honorable ones, thank you. But even then, I tell y'all, don't slip, because people, the human nature of people is to slip. When things are comfortable, they start to get comfortable. Okay? So, thank you to everyone, all the men who are actually being honorable. But this is the thing, a majority of women are not going for those men, and they are giving too much play to the ones who are not honorable. And that's why we have so many problems. And it's a ripple effect. It's affecting societies. And you wonder why you got all these children out here with the families are split, and they're not being provided for, and they're not getting proper educations, they're not raised properly. Children not eating properly because the mother cannot afford to feed them healthy foods. Then you wonder why all this disease is happening. Then you wonder why all this sickness, why all these children out here in getting these diseases at younger and younger ages, getting diabetes as children. Diabetes is a disease of joy, of your joy not being fulfilled. You being like you're unhappy with your life. Your spirit has been broken. I did another video on like specifically how it works, but unhappiness, like something has been severed from you. You're unhappy, and diabetes, like the sweetness, that's what it is. The sweetness has been taken from your life. You know, if you have a father and, you know, he was there and then the father leaves, that sweetness taken out of your life. Children need to feel secure and be in a stable home. However that looks. It needs to be stable. And need to know that they have the love of both their parents, okay? And when you got somebody who you had a child by, and then that dad, half the time they tell you before, I don't want the child, and you continue to bring the child into the world, and then this child is sitting up here feeling unwanted and unloved, and then you wonder why they got juvenile diabetes, that ain't sweet. You just saw with their life. Diabetes has to do with the way you process sugar or glucose in your body. So having a stable home is something that you should want. This is about survival. All this is about survival. And you're not going to survive very well in an unhappy home. You're not going to survive very well with no resources. You're not going to survive very well stressed. Stress leads to high blood pressure. Stress leads to heart attacks. Stress leads to hardened arteries. It leads to broken down kidneys. Your kidneys ain't functioning. So now you're on dialysis, going 3 times a week. Now you got to be worried about your health care cost. This is all self-induced. All self-induced. And we could get even deeper and talk about genetic disorders being passed down from generation to generation. But I won't go that deep in this video because most people ain't ready for that. But You got to at some point understand that you are influencing everything. You have the power and you have the capability to change your life, fix your life, and actually experience the things you want to experience. Like I said, it's so much involved in this. It's so deep. But we've become a nation, a world of victims. Ain't nothing your fault. Everything is just happening. And you don't even understand how much power you have. The ability you have to create change and to make things different. You don't even understand that. So, I hope that this video helps. Like I said, share this video. Anybody who don't like it, get out your feelings and listen to what I'm saying. Look, it's your life. It's your life. If you're not enjoying what you're having, the experiences that you're having in your life, perhaps what I'm saying is true. It is. It is true. I want you to consider that it is true. Play around with that, toy with the idea that maybe what I'm saying is true, and that all this is your fault. But this is the beautiful thing. What is your fault? What you have created, you can dismantle, destroy, tear down, and create something else. Because hell, good or bad, you have creative power. Good or bad, you get exactly what you believe you deserve. Good or bad, you made this whole thing happen. And like I said, do not play with me. I'll never say that the people who have wronged you are absolved nor blameless. They are not. Because like I said earlier in the video, they know exactly what they're doing. And it don't make it no more righteous for them, for just because you allowed it for them to do it. Still unrighteous. Still wrong. However, at the very end of the day, when you are alone in your bed, and at the end of your life, when the spirit is about to leave your body, everything that has happened to you, everything that you experienced was all because of your own purposeful creation. All of it. And the sooner, everybody, apparently I've been, they told me that everybody just don't want this responsibility. So I'm like, okay. So to whoever this message is for, to whoever will receive it, take it. Embrace it. Get support. Get around people who believe the same thing, who know their power. Get you some self-development books. Get in my group, Sovereign Savage. Go to my blog, sovereignsavage.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sovereign Savage. This is what I talk about. This is what I'm telling you. This is another video I'm going to put on my YouTube. Play it over and over again. Watch the video that I post. Dissect it. See how this person don't care. See how this applies to your life. See how you've been through these things. See how you can put a stop to it. And you have to do this every day. Every single day you have to wake up and affirm your value and affirm your worth. You have to read books that affirm your worth. You have to stop listening to music that tells you that you ain't nothing but a hoe and a trick. You have to stop listening to videos that depict you as just some little accessory that's here for the pleasure of men. That is not who you are as a woman. You have to stop supporting monetarily those who do not honor your image and honor who you are. Stop. Cut them off. Then they got Tyrese. Everybody got up in arms because he said, oh, this woman is my black queen. I understand why everybody's upset. I understand. That's disrespectful. Because, stop going to his movies. Stop buying his music. And stop giving him the time of day. After you see that people are full of shit and they're full of it, okay, I see what you're going to do. Honestly, I wouldn't even write another article about him. I understand why some people write articles because they're trying to point out something. I'm not against that. But once you have seen the article and you have seen what it says, and you're like, okay, I see you, I stopped giving it my energy. And I posted something about it the other day because, again, like I said, I'm putting eyes on it so people can think about it. But here in my house, when I'm doing what I do day to day, I'm not sitting around here saying, that motherfucker Tyrese, that mother, this, that, and the other thing. I know who he is. I love when people, I said this in another video, I love when people are honest and just tell me to my face how they feel about me. And even if I have to read between the lines, I love it. I love when they just tell me how they feel. So now I can go somewhere where I'm appreciated. Okay, so you want to take women who don't look like your mother, who gave birth to you. You don't want to honor that image. And you want to take that and say that that is your black queen. That is fine. So now I'm going to go to people who honor my image. And I don't care what they look like. If they're honoring my image and they're embracing me and they're protecting and providing and doing true stuff, that righteous male shit that they should be doing, then I'm down with it. So when people kind of sell me on black love and stick to your own, I'm going to stick to who loves me. And there are plenty of, you know, we got women talking about the swirl movement and all these different things. Hey, I'm looking at YouTube and they got a lot of these couples and the house is not, they are provided for. They're having children. They have a whole household. They are going out here and, you know, they have a business together. They're being provided for. There's not all this drama and stress and bullshit occurring. So, hey, I'm like, I might need to go over there. And if you have a black male who honors and respects you, I'm happy for you. I'm extremely ecstatic for you. But the general consensus is that they are disrespectful as fuck. And if you are a black male that does this, I'm not even talking to you, because guess what? I don't entertain people who come through and they cannot say, you know what? I see what you're saying, sister. I see what you're saying. So I'm not really even talking to you, because let me not even address that, because I have, my block game is strong and my delete game is strong and my ignore game is really even stronger. I don't care, because this is a problem. And yes, it is primarily with black women, but I observed something. I know this is a problem with women, period. It's a big problem. Like, it's big with black women, and there's also a subset of other races and ethnicities that have this problem too. Because I sat here, I went to the beach yesterday, I'm feeling good, and here comes this, and you can always tell somebody arguing with somebody because they slamming doors and storming off, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I sat there, I'm like, okay, I'm reading something. Okay, I'm reading, right? And here she come back, and this is not a black woman either. And he's like, so you just gonna act like that? I'll be wanting to get out the car, but like, girl, he don't care. Is that your car? Yeah, drive him, drop him off. Or if that's his car, have him drop you off. Just leave that alone. But I don't do that. Why? Because people don't listen. They have to suffer. They have to suffer. I had to suffer. I had to go through all these things to figure this out. So, hey. Hopefully this message reached some ears that are receptive and be like, you know what, let me just stop. Or if you have not gone through this stuff, you be like, you know what, I'm just going to listen to her. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to go through that. That sounds horrible. That sounds painful. I'm going to avoid that. You got two ways to learn. Painful experiences, or just experience, period. You don't have to be painful. Experience, or you just listen to somebody else's example and somebody's warning. You can model yourself after somebody, or you can just go through it yourself and be like, okay, now I see. But usually that's a long, painful process. Many years later, you finally wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I should just listen. So anyway, I used to be like, I used to want to just embrace and save everybody. You can't save everybody. You just can't. You just going to have to let them go through that stuff. So I had to leave because her energy, it was so strong. I felt it. Like, my vibes were so good, on point. Like, I had come from the beach, I'm doing my fast, I'm sitting in the car. I could feel her energy through my car, like through my windows. I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta move. And it just disturbed me. But you could tell he was so calm. They always do that. They're so calm. They don't care. Just letting you do whatever it is that you want to do and whatever it is that you want to accept. They'll play the game and act like they care a little bit. Very little now. It's not really a lot. They ain't getting emotional. Some of them do. Let me take it back, because I've seen some that will cry with you. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, they're not sorry. Because this is the thing. Their actions would be different if they were sorry. Or they wouldn't have done it in the first place. So anyway, let me go. Let me go. I have ranted enough. This is enough ranting. Stop it, y'all. Ladies, stop this shit. Stop the dumb shit. Watch the beginning of the video and you see the dumb shit that I'm talking about. Stop it. I done got into some other stuff. But stop. Stop accepting poor behavior. Stop accepting poor treatment. You are worth more than that. You are, oh my God. I already told you on the video. Watch the video again. I already told you 2 reasons why you're valuable. Everything else is just extra. Everything else is just bonus. It really ain't even necessary. It's not. All the extra shit ain't necessary. Those 2 things that you possess is what makes you valuable. Anything else is a bonus. It ain't really even necessary. They don't need it. It don't make you extra valuable to have it. Your value is placed upon that one thing. You are priceless. Let me put it like this. You are priceless. But the value that you set for yourself is on you. You decide what you want in exchange for your priceless asset. Good day, y'all. Peace.